the church people in a negative manner. And it starts with us.
Yes.
This message is a very inspirational message because to me, it encourages us of what we need to do to help God to help others. Notice how I said that. What we need to do to help God to help others. Because remember, God works through us. So how can He help others if we study putting the blade on? We studied putting that shame on them. We're shunning them out. How is God going to reach them if we're doing that? Instead of loving on them and encouraging them and motivating them. So as I close today, I just want to say, we as Christians, or whatever religious sector you're in, we have got to look beyond the faults and see their needs. I'm not saying, hey, it's okay that you see it, but love on them in the midst of it and motivate them and encourage them to want to come out of that. Because Jesus never said, God never said here in Isaiah 43:2, He never said, when you made it through, then I will be there with you. He never said that. He said, as you're going through, I'm with you.
Amen.
So, when you are ready, it simply means when you, that person that's caught up in life's situation, when you're ready to come out, God is saying, I'm with you. When you're ready to come out. You're right there at the door of your breakthrough. You're right there at the door of being delivered out of your situation. And God is studying saying, I never left you. I was with you all through that process. I was with you. Now, the bottom part of it says, when thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. When you walk through the fire, you ain't going to be burned. And neither will the flame burn you. The last part is speaking if when you are going through the fire, when you walk through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Afflictions are compared to fire and flames because they become very grievous and troublesome to the flesh. And because of the outcomes. Remember, when you go through enough and long enough, it begins to take a toll on your physical appearance. So people begin to see the stress, the torment that you're dealing with. It starts out in the mind, then it hits your emotions, right? And then over time, if not properly dealt with, it begins to take on physical form. Okay? But God is saying that even when you're going through this, He's with you. You won't be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. God knows it gets hard sometimes. God even knows those moments when you want to give up. But God is encouraging someone here to know that in those moments, I am with you, bringing you out. All you have to do is step in faith. We have to be prepared for God to bring us out of our situation. And know this, only God can bring us out. Can't nobody else bring us out. God can use man to bring us out. But ultimately, only God can bring us out. God can use man to teach us, even assist us in coming out. But the deliverance only comes through God. Fear, and we just talked about fear this morning. Fear paralyzes us and causes us to get in a state of panic and can't move, stuck in that situation, not allowing God to witness to us through the Holy Spirit. We just talked about that. How to come, letting the Holy Spirit teach us how to come through. Break that chain of bondage today and let that fear come out. Remember, when you're ready, when at all costs staying where you are is not an option, God will bring you out. In other words, when you get to that point where you say, you know what I've been doing that is not right, that is not helping me, that is causing me more pain and suffering, and that's taking on my physical appearance. When you get to that point that staying in that situation is not an option, that's when God will bring you out. When you get to that point. But only you know that time. Man don't know that time. I can pray that you don't have to go through it long. But only you know how long that time is before you get to that point. Right. Remember, I said everybody got a breaking point. And everybody got a stopping point. Remember that. As we close here, everybody got a breaking point. But everybody also got a stopping point.
Amen.
I thank you for this teaching. Is there any questions or comments?